Howdy everyone, it's me once again, the one and only Killer Rodan. And today, yep, more comic book stuff. Yay, I guess. So, here we go. So I just figured since I've been talking about a bunch of comic book related stuff, I might as well, what the hell, do another one I guess. So, yeah, another special edition of a movie, and yeah, it's Catwoman from 2004, starring Catwoman. Yeah, it's like everyone and their grandmother's making a damn superhero film. Well, I guess villain, I guess in this case, and whatnot. So, whatever, I guess. And I guess Catwoman's not really all the way bad, but she's kind of bad. I guess she has morals to some extent, maybe, I guess. At least some of the versions, I guess, whatever. But yeah, folks, the thing is that before I continue here, I've already reviewed this film, and yeah, that's the thing. So I've posted my other video of this movie on the my other channel, my original channel. So yeah, I've already discussed this film. So this would be technically my second time talking about it. So I guess why not? Just might as well. I guess to be more exact here. So yeah, it's the widescreen edition I'm talking about this time around. Yeah, the widescreen edition, folks, just so you know. I mean, okay, this wouldn't be the first time I've done this kind of thing, because I've done it quite a few times before in my other videos, I guess you would say. So yeah, I just figured review another edition again of a superhero film. It doesn't have to be limited to superhero features, of course. You know, comic book movies. It doesn't necessarily have to be limited to that, really. But it could just be any movie from any genre. So I just thought I'd just do this because comic book stuff is still popular. So here we go. Even though this movie is terrible. Ugh, man. Mr. Monkey, what the hell's your problem? How many times do I have to tell you, get a job, damn it? Shit. That guy's an asshole. God damn motherfucker. Anyway, it's just whatever. I don't know anymore. Just, what am I doing here? Talking about more shit. I guess I like to torture myself. God. Anyway, of course, as usual, let's talk about the plot. Whatever. So yeah, it's pretty much an origin story, I guess you can say. So our main character here is supposed to be like this artist and whatnot, and yeah, she's pretty much a people pleaser in a lot of ways. Whose main support is her best friend, I guess. She works for this cosmetic company kind of a thing, which is ready to ship out a new skin cream kind of a thing, and yeah, that is able to reverse the effects of aging. So yeah, just for women. Okay, sure, whatever. And so yeah, the villain of the story is a woman. Yeah, and she's up to some bad, I suppose. Even though I don't get what her motives are really. I know she's supposed to be a bad person, but she doesn't feel fleshed out, is what I'm getting at. But if a main character does discover something that's wrong, then yeah, it does something that's not right, like at all. There's something weird. So yeah, the thing is that our main character does visit this laboratory factory to deliver a redone design for some ad, and she overhears this conversation between the scientist and this individual. Yeah, he was supposed to be like this wife owner company kind of a thing, and whatnot about some dangerous side effects from continuing using this product. So, but yeah, the thing is that these guards do discover our main character and are ordered to dispose of her because she has some. She became aware of some of the company's secrets, I guess you can say. So there's that, I suppose. And yeah, so she must be dealt with. But the thing is that the thing she just tries to get away, and she does. However, the thing is that our main character dies or whatever. Yeah, our main character dies, but she's reborn because this can't breathe into her. Oh, this is really stupid. I mean, what the hell? But okay. But yeah, our main character is brought back to life because of a cat, and it has something to do with the Egypt. Yeah, there's this whole bit with Egypt, with the cats and worship, being worshipped or whatever. I mean, there are plenty of ideas in here. Maybe too many at once. I guess you can say maybe in some ways. At the very least, it is not well executed. There's a lot of ideas. That's one of my major complaints with this movie. Is that those there are plenty of ideas that could have worked in this film in some ways, but the way it's presented, the way that the movie presents these ideas, it's nonsensical. It's just really stupid in a lot of ways. Mr. Monkey, what the hell? What are you still doing here? I don't care if it's like middle of the night. I don't give a shit. Go and do something. You being all hyper right now? Oh boy. What have you been taking, man? What the hell? Calm the fuck down. Oh, anyway. I need to deal with this bullshit right here, folks. But yeah, thing is that. So yeah, this is definitely a really bad film. The movie they receive, if I recall correctly, 7 Golden Raspberry Awards nominations, of course, and won the categories of Worst Picture, Worst Actress, Worst Director, and Worst Screenplay. The film, yeah, just was hated upon critics and whatnot, and considered to be one of the worst films of all time. So yeah, a lot of the criticism went towards the acting. Yes, I will admit, yes, of course, the acting is pretty bad, even from Halle Berry. And yes, of course, I can say that the dialogue is pretty bad. Uh, it's kind of like they're trying to make some lines related to cats, I guess you would say, which is cringe, if you ask me. Yes, I know this was not the only time they did this kind of thing. It's even in video games trying to tie into some sort of cat pun.
Bet you can't find my safe house. The dusty tenement on Harlow Street? Well played, copycat. Cat got your tongue? This how you ask me? Surprised to see me, Ivy?
Thought your 9 lives were used up.
I always land on my feet. Feeling feisty, Harley?
Let's tango, cat lady!
Got my dancing shoes on. Time to give it up, Grodd.
Surrender to you, Catwoman.
The claws aren't just for show.
Yeah, the film pretty much does the same thing with that, but it feels far more forced. Like he was trying to be clever about the dialogue. So yeah, just the dialogue in this movie is horrendous throughout the entire movie. It's not smart, it's not sleek or anything, though it probably is trying to be. And yeah, they're trying to use these like camera angles like it was cool, especially doing the action sequences when our main character officially becomes Catwoman. And like I was saying, there was this whole backstory on Egypt and whatever when our main character was trying to find out, okay, what's going on really. She speaks to this one woman, and it's like she was destined to do this. Fate has a lot stored in for her, and she was finally chosen because it was part of her destiny or whatever. And okay, just what the hell? So the way the plot is structured is really clunky. In a lot of ways, is what I'm getting at. So a lot of these ideas are really half baked. And there was also a part of the film where Catwoman was framed for murder, and that doesn't really go anywhere, not much really. So, oh boy. There you go, Mr. Monkey. What the hell? Yeah, you're supposed to clean up the clothing, the dirty clothes and whatnot. Alfred and I had ordered you to do it, and now you're acting all hype on shit. Okay. Fucking weirdo. Okay, yeah, that's not weird. Anyway, but like I was saying, yeah, even the CGI was criticized, and yeah, the CGI in this film, even if, yes, I know this takes place in the early 2000s, yeah, it was released in the early 2000s, but that's no excuse. And it just give me a break. I've seen, movies, yeah, movies during that period of time have better special effects than this. So, I don't know. It's like Catwoman has superpowers, kind of, I guess, to some extent. When did this ever happen? What? But like I was saying right earlier, this is the widescreen edition I'm talking about here. So yeah, let's talk about that, of course. So yeah, there was supposed to be like an alternate ending and some additional scenes. And then on top of that, there was the two documentaries thrown in here as well, folks. The many faces of Catwoman and profiles the profiles of this legendary character. And yeah, this movie really doesn't do the character justice. 100% pure fun excitement. What the hell have you been taking? Somebody should get their head examined. Anyway, like I was saying, you can also there's like a website you can also go up to, I guess, if you insert the disk, I guess, into your laptop or whatever. I don't know if you want to do that. You might catch a virus because of this. Oi. I mean, if you want to risk it, I guess. But anyway, but yeah, those the languages for English and French, and the subtitles are for English, French, and also Spanish if you want to do that. But yeah, I guess yeah, if you want to do that kind of thing, sure, whatever. Have it like set up like that. But yeah, the behind the features and whatnot in this, folks. Yeah, there's the behind the scenes, there's also the go on the pro with the S cast and creators, Lori, and behind the scenes or whatever, I guess. So you see there's some previews you see for real quick. So okay, other DC related product and whatnot. So there's that. Okay, okay, cool, I guess. Sure, whatever. And yeah, if you're like a massive fan of this kind of thing, that's fine for you, I suppose. All right. Ugh. But okay, go over here, I guess. But whatever. Again, more previews. Like I really don't care about any of this. I don't care. I don't give a shit. Why does this have to be in the thing? I just want to stick to a damn movie. Just get it over with. I guess. Just more advertisements. I don't give a shit about any of this. Go to hell. Go to hell. Whatever. Okay. You just trying to no. Just trying to annoy me here. Is that what it is? Christ. Yeah. Okay. If you finally get to the movie or whatever, so you can select what you want to go into. I guess. Sure. And but yeah, little special features right here, folks. Cause yeah. But yeah, of course, you get to a bit of glimpse of the Adams West Batman because the Catwoman was on there on that show. Yeah, we can see that pretty first when you come to the mini faces of Catwoman. So I never cared for Adams West Batman, and I've said that before, and I say it again, I never cared for that version, like at all. Way too campy for my taste. And I know that's more of a me thing, really. Come to think about it, but whatever, guys. Yeah, I guess just trying to give you some insight, I suppose, which I guess is fine. That's not inherently wrong, really. Come to think about it, but yeah, but you go also behind the scenes documentary and added scenes, of course, this kind of a thing. So there was that. The picture quality in here is actually pretty decent, really. The sound quality is also pretty nice as well. So when it comes to picture and sound quality, they're fine, I suppose. So just so you know, folks, good to see Halle Berry doing her thing, obviously. And yeah, the fight scenes for this movie, the fight scenes were pretty bad, if you ask me. Just no. I know they were trying to give this movie like a sense of style, sense of grace, and I guess to some extent, I suppose, which doesn't necessarily have to be a bad thing, really. When you think about it, sure, be my guest. I want to do that. And yeah, this entire film, you can tell they were really trying to give it a sense of grace, like a sense of like a fame and towel kind of a thing. I guess is what they were aiming for. I don't know. And then you can see like some sort of comparison with the scenes, like with the edit scenes or whatever. Which is okay, trying to give you an idea of what was in the first version that was theatrically released and compared to this version. They're trying to show you bits and pieces, of course. Well, it's okay. That's actually kind of nice, actually. That's pretty cool. I mean, the movie's still bad. It still sucks, sure, but just seeing behind the scenes stuff, I actually like that kind of thing. I guess if it's done correctly, I guess you can say. But yeah, folks, it's still awful, unfortunately. And I know Halle Berry meant well, I guess you can say. I mean, yeah, don't get me wrong. Like I was saying, I know Halle Berry, she meant well. She was just trying to actually do a good movie. Unfortunately, it didn't land. No, it really didn't land like it should have, of course. But yeah, it's just unfortunately it fell apart. Mr. Monkey, what the hell is wrong with you? You're so annoying. Ah, bastard. Yeah, the thing is that, folks, this film had a pretty complicated production history, come to think about it. Yeah, it was originally going to act as if it take place in the original 1989 Batman universe, which, I'm going to be honest with you here, folks, I didn't like. I thought it was a bad movie, too, but the thing is that the film was, of course, a big success, which obviously Tim Burton wanted to make more of these movies. So obviously, this eventually got a sequel called Batman Returns, which a lot of people seem to love. And honestly, I thought it was overrated. That was terrible. That movie has a lot of puns too. Come to think about it. But anyway, the thing is, point being is that a lot of parents were complaining that it's too strange, it's too dark, it's too depressing, yeah, 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 yeah. But which of course led to Batman Forever along with Batman Robin, which is pretty fucking awful. Ugh. I guess a lot of people couldn't get over the Adam West Batman because Batman's supposed to be goofy or whatever. If I had to throw about 2 cents here, I kind of wish they could have done like a multiverse kind of a thing, really. Yeah, do a multiverse and whatnot. So this doesn't seem too much of a stretch, really, like at all. Because, case in point, in the canceled Batgirl film, DCU actually was planning to do a whole multiverse crossover kind of a thing anyway. And it's even in the video game. Yeah. Yeah, the thing is that they talk about this before with DC, and fans, of course, spoke about it, obviously. Which makes sense when you think about it, because the people who wrote these stories and whatnot already thought about it as well, to some extent. I mean, Marvel is already doing it on their own movies. So, yeah, this did seem like the likely possibility with the TV shows and movies that are connected to each other that are in fact canon in one way or another. So yeah, this could have worked when you think about it. Yeah, the 1989 Batman was going to be connected, and this could have been something great. You think about it. I'm not saying that's what they would have done with this one. I'm just throwing it out there, folks.
Years ago, Batman called upon heroes from a parallel Earth with its own Batman and its own Superman to save our world. This was the first alternate universe we discovered, but now we know there are many, many others. Infinite Earths, forming a vast and endless multiverse. These infinite Earths bring infinite possibilities, infinite heroes, infinite villains, and infinite crises. To monitor such dangers, Brother Eye is equipped with the latest source energy scanners, enabling it to search the multiverse for threats to our world and others. Threats that require intervention. Succeed, and you will ensure peace and security throughout the multiverse. Failure is not an option.
The reason I brought up Tim Burton and his Batman movies is that This film was originally supposed to have been a direct sequel to Batman Returns, but since a lot of the parents out there thought his films were too bizarre or whatever, yeah, his what he envisioned for Catwoman originally was canceled. I'm not saying he directed this movie, no. While Catwoman eventually got her own movie, yes, but that was like years and years and years down the line. This film was not what Tim Burton had in mind. This is not what he envisioned, like whatsoever. This is a different, completely continuity of what he had done. This is its own movie. This is a completely different Catwoman, a completely different origin story. This was not what Tim Burton had in mind. This was not the original version of the film that Tim Burton had planned. Yes, she was supposed to have her own movie years and years ago, is what I'm getting at. So unfortunately, his what he had in mind was not done. I don't know. Maybe it's for the better. I guess. I don't know. Yeah, I could easily make an entire video on this alone. And the thing about it, because like I was saying a moment ago, is that, and yeah, this version of the character was going to have her own spin-off, kind of like what she does right here in this movie. And I'm not sure if successful on how many they're going to make anymore, or just like a one-time thing. I'm not sure. But yeah, this character, well, this version of the character was definitely come back in her own movie in the Batman expanded universe, I guess you can say. But yeah, it never got to be. Not really. What is your problem? I'm trying to finish this video up, yet you keep coming over here. No, I'm not. No, no, don't argue with me. I said, no, I'm not gonna buy you this movie. No, you can't have my copy. You absolutely cannot. Well, why can't you just go to jail? Yeah, go to jail because you robbed too many people. On top of that, you took your own shit. Yeah, you shit on the floor and threw it at people too. You got issues to work out. You know, you've been all hyperactive and everything. You had too much sugar, didn't you? Yeah, you had too much sugar. Again, you ate too much candy. What is your problem? Ugh. So yeah, folks. Like I was saying, yeah, this doesn't seem much of a stress, and I wish they could have done that kind of thing here. So I don't know. And to be clear, folks, and the fact that something sexy is going on, that's not why I'm criticizing anything here. And it's fine if they have some sort of this kind of a thing being expressed in the movie within context, of course, not for its own sake. Obviously, make sure it does go along with the story and whatnot. Make sure it actually benefits the plot and the development and whatsoever. You know, don't make it like it was some sort of edge lord trying to be edgy just for the sake of it. I mean, I've seen too much of that. That's just stupid. It makes it seem juvenile, of course. You know, yes, I understand we're all adults here, of course. But if it goes along with the story, sure. I know Halle Berry trying to give this version of the character her own finesse, I guess you can say, and whatnot. And that's fine. And nothing wrong with trying to do this kind of a thing whatsoever at all. And yeah, I know the whole thing was the sexual revolution and whatnot. You could easily use this as a way to make some sort of social commentary about how women are being oppressed. They're not supposed to show skin. They're not supposed to enjoy their bodies, if you know what I mean, whether it's through masturbation or whatever. How that is frowned upon and whatnot, in a lot of people's point of view, especially if you're religious. A lot of people would just use their, that kind of a thing, the Bible belts, I guess, or whatever you call it. Against, women can't do this, women can't do that. They can't be attractive. And then, yeah, you're going to have women out there who aren't religious, but they're going to be envious anyway, jealousy because the other woman looks better and whatnot. It's usually women who are much, much older who tend to be really bitter about things. And yes, breast envy is a thing. You're going to put that in a story somehow. I don't know how, but you're going to. somehow make that be a part of the story in some sort of manner. Well, again, doesn't seem much of a stretch since the bad guy, I mean, excuse me, bad woman, is trying to use makeup as some sort of weapon or whatever. That's over the top. But point being is that there's a lot of ways in which you can do this kind of a thing. Make the attractiveness of said character be a part of the story somehow. And yes, there are women who are in their 40s and still look attractive. You can make that be a part of the story as well somehow and whatnot. I don't know. There's a lot of ways in which you can actually do this in various different ways. Just for example, look at Jennifer Lopez. She's in her what 50s and or whatever 40s, whatever. The point being is that she still looks fairly young, and yes, money does help. As the old saying goes, stress is a silent killer. So that can be a factor, of course. And yeah, be careful on how you handle your stress and how much you're dealing with, of course. And yes, trying to relax as much as possible. Obviously, put the effort. Of course, is what I'm saying. Of course. So again, I must reiterate my point a moment ago. The fact that she wants to make a character looks, all ooh la la sexy. That's not my criticism. Okay, I'm not criticized against that. I know a lot of people are. I know a lot of people will. But point being is that there's various different ways in which you can actually use this kind of a thing as a way to benefit the plot, to deliver it some sort of way, not just throwing it in there for its own sake, like some sort of edge lord, whatnot, some sort of exportation kind of a thing, I guess. But point being is this film is what I'm getting at is it feels wasted potential. Like they could have done a lot more with this. It seems like they wasted it. They wasted this opportunity. So yeah, this version of the film, the widescreen version, while it does have a bit more extras and whatnot, it just didn't work. Even this version, I was trying to give this another chance, of course. And oh boy, just what the hell, Halle Berry? You were in better movies. You've done better. What the hell? Ugh, Christ. I mean, granted, I was never really the one who talked about Halle Berry's movies, really, because I was never exactly the biggest fan of hers. But I know for a fact that she has done a lot better. This movie's terrible. I should destroy it. Die. Christ, it was so cheesy. Holy hell. Oh yeah, and also there was a video game based off of this for some reason. I don't know who played it, but what the hell though? Okay. And a lot of people want to criticize this movie for the lack of a Batman character being in here. It didn't bother me too much because if they'd done like a sequel or something, maybe it could appear then. I don't know. But yeah, the whole idea that the film was pretty much centered around this woman, our main character, of course. Our main character would discover this conspiracy within the cosmetics company that she works for that involves some sort of dangerous product that will cause widespread health problems, like I was saying earlier. And yeah, after being discovered and murdered by the conspirators, she is pretty much brought back to life by these Egyptian cats. What, like I was saying earlier, that granted her like superhuman cat-like abilities. Yeah, it's just really fucking stupid. That's the way this movie is set up its ideas. It's just really, really stupid. Another thing is that, of course, this movie is very predictable and very cliched. It can't even be entertaining. At least be entertaining in some ways. But no, it didn't even do that. It wasn't even entertaining in any shape or form, like at all. Uh, I mean, okay, I'm not gonna go as far as say it was as garbage like Batman Forever, Batman and Robin, or even um, Man of Steel, or even okay, let me say here. Oh yeah, Batman v Superman. This film was nowhere near as atrocious, dreadful as as those movies. Not by a long shot. I'm not gonna say it was as dreadful as any of those. Sure, I'm not gonna say that. No, no, no. but still, yeah, just it goes in a lot of ways. It goes. Uh, you just no that those too many ideas going on at once. From what I heard is that there were three different writers working on this, so it doesn't surprise me that the story itself goes in all over, like all the place in all directions. Never really sticking for one idea, one concept for too long. It feels disjointed and incomplete. So yeah, that's not good at all, folks. No, sorry, just no. Oh, okay. You're back here again. Oh, since you won't listen to me, like at all. Ugh. Yeah, you bastard. Just the script is what I'm saying is weak. I mean, it's just poorly done with the script, of course, and just I don't. Again, they could have had something here. They really could have had something in here, but just again, the as if it wasn't obvious enough. It's an execution. It's the way it was handled, the way it was done that made it bad. Is what I'm getting at. All right, let me write them up, folks. Just Christ, this was awful. The music is forgettable. Of course, the music was very forgettable and whatnot. I didn't like none of the musical tone of this. Nothing stood out really. The music was at best bland, I guess. And again, I know Halle Berry was trying to do her best. And as because before she was Catwoman, she was really passive and what. But as Catwoman, she's like a different, totally different character, which is understandable. I guess that's supposed to be an alter ego or whatever. But otherwise, she's passive, I suppose. Sure, like two different personalities or whatever. Okay, sure. But again, if anything, it's wasted potential. What could have been is what pissed me off the most about this. But yeah, in some ways, I kind of thought this version was going to have some missing scenes, better plot points, or whatever. No, no, it's just as stupid as the other version. Oh boy. And the version was released in theaters, but okay, yada yada, whatever. I'll give this film an overall rating of a 4.8 out of 10. It's a 4.8 out of 10, with this version anyway. As always, thanks for watching, and take care. Until next time, see ya. Oh yeah, later, whatever. This movie's bad.